Greetings, gamers! I've been working on a new game called Incoming. Incoming is a 3D VR missile defense game. Protect your cities with a wide assortment of defenses against waves of warheads, bombers, zeppelins, and epic bosses. Wishlist today on Steam. Link is in the description. Greetings, spacefarers, and welcome to another episode of Starfield. I am Cobalt Thorium, and in this episode we are continuing to explore the... what the hell is the name of this place again? Dazra. We're continuing to explore Dazra. Wait, what was that? Hold on. The Tulshak Monastery? Okay. Interesting.
Food? What? Food. I need food. Do you have anything you're willing to spare?
No, I apologize, but all of my food goes straight to my children.
I understand.
I pray that the Great Serpent aids us both.
I don't know. I think the Great Serpent is probably a villainous entity.
The Great Serpent will deliver us from this. I know it.
As much as I did not like it, I miss going to school.
Okay, so this place is called the Meat House. It sounds kind of disgusting, actually.
And guess what she tells me? She tells me there is somebody else.
Excuse me.
Never loved me to begin with.
Your parents have
Sloth.
left you alone
10 wasted years. Laying next to a body that could not care less about me.
Oh,
Well, she's gone now.
I am
She
so
angered the
tired.
Great Serpent. And
Why?
poof!
You haven't seen
And to
them?
that, you know what I say?
Perhaps you
I
should
say good
speak
riddance
the
to
guards,
her.
child.
That's
They
heartless.
will be able to help you.
Not
I
very
pray.
talkative today, huh?
Go on.
Something troubling you?
Are you talking to me or that thing? That
All
groat.
Oh, come on. I will not let them eat you. You
All right,
think
so we have-
little of me as a friend that you really think I would let them eat you? I'm hurt.
Alright, so we have...
Personal insults now, huh?
And
Goodness.
when you are older, you will get your tattoos like me.
They are so pretty. I cannot wait. I want tattoos just like yours.
When you are older, you can get them. I think they will suit you better than me.
Does it hurt when you get them?
It is uncomfortable, but it is not as bad as you think. And you are stronger than I am, so it should not bother you at all.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I think the tattoos look
I hope
terrible.
things go back to normal soon.
I have not seen my sister in days. Great Serpent, I pray nothing has happened to her.
Mother has been busy lately, so I do not see her very often.
Alright. So we have a house of healing over here. Or a house... halls of healing. What's over here?
Oh,
Okay. Nothing. And nothing. Alright. So we're almost done with this section. Or eventually gonna have to start
I
going
am
into some
trying
of
to
these
keep
places.
strong, but I fear I may be losing my mind.
South gate. So this probably just goes to the exterior. Let's see if there's anything beyond. Alright, some kind of weird pumping station. Alright, I'd say that this is probably nothing. We'll see in the future whether or not something comes of it. Should probably close the gate. Who knows what will wander in if I do. Cool locking mechanism. Alright, so that's...
Salutations.
That's this side's exterior explored. We've not gone to the interiors of any of this. Oh, yeah, we've already got the... Well, let's see if this is a...
Excuse me, Vindicator. Can I have a word?
Oh, okay. Kind of good that we came down here,
The
I
requests for
suppose.
aid and supplies never cease.
Alright, let's talk to Lijana.
Thank you for
Dulkev.
stopping to talk to me. My name is Lijana Dulkev. Normally, I would ask how I can help you, but under the circumstances, I am the one who needs help. I oversee the delivery of goods to those living outside the city. Unfortunately, I lost one of my couriers to the recent catastrophe. I have sought a replacement, but extra hands are in desperately short supply.
I'm not sure I can be of much help finding a replacement. Or now the deliveries are piling up. Or I'm genuinely sorry to hear that, if I could talk. Yeah, let's just say I'm genuinely sorry to hear that.
I appreciate your sympathy. I wouldn't normally seek help from someone I don't know. However, I am not above admitting my situation. The truth is, this is about more than just a business transaction. It is very important to me that someone makes these deliveries as soon as possible.
What kind of deliveries? Why the urgency? Is it something personal?
The truth is, I am new to this position. When I assumed these duties, it was impressed upon me that I would carry a great burden. The Ministry has never failed to make a timely delivery. Our reputation in this regard is flawless. That reputation and my position are both now in jeopardy.
All right. This sounds kind of patronizing, but we'll say it anyway because it's a question. We do have a questions first policy. Have you tried praying to the Great Serpent for help?
With every rising and setting of the great star, yes. And often at midday as well. Perhaps the Great Serpent has guided your path to me in answer to my prayers.
Under the circumstances, I'm sure your customers understand the delay, or it's a difficult time for everyone. Yeah, let's just say it's a difficult time for everyone.
Do you think I don't know that? I was there the day it happened. The last thing I need is to be patronized.
I thought the other one was more patronizing.
I shouldn't say that. I am sorry. I let my temper get the better of me. If I fail, the reputation of House Dulkev will be tarnished. Time is wasting, so I will get to the point. I would like you to be my new courier. Our deliveries are paid upon arrival. You can keep the payments for yourself. The Ministry of Commerce has a sterling reputation, and it is my duty to uphold it, no matter the cost.
I think that we should help her. Those supplies might be important, perhaps even vital.
They are indeed, and our customers have been waiting far too long to receive them. Please tell me that you will accept. Don't force me to beg on my knees where all can see.
How many deliveries are we talking about? Or so I'm just delivering stuff and getting paid? No need to return after? Or I believe you would actually beg, but I'll let you off the hook. It would be an honor to serve House Dulkev. I'm not going to say that. Or sure, I'll take the job. Questions first. How many deliveries are we talking about?
Only 3 packages. Hardly a burden. With that being said, it is a dangerous time to travel outside the city, so be vigilant.
All right. So I'm just delivering stuff and getting paid. No need to return after?
That's correct. Just make the deliveries and collect payment. There's no need to report back. The money is yours to keep. Saving our reputation is payment enough for me.
Sure, I'll take the job.
You have lifted a great weight from my shoulders. I thank you. Here are the packages. One is for Alikja Dalka, who you can find at a nearby growth farm. Another is for Firan Nostal, who is working on some repairs at Hamati Station. The last is for Lazim Balian, who can be found at the shrine to the north of the city. May the Great Serpent grant you swift and safe travels.
I think that first thing we probably need to do is determine how heavy these things are so that we can decide how quickly we need to get rid of them. So they're okay, so it's a total of 4 pounds or kilos or whatever. That is not much, but would be good to get rid of it
I
quickly.
only found myself in the halls of healing on rare occasions. Training
Brother lost
accidents,
his wife
mostly.
and home in the
I
catastrophe.
always found these gardens comforting.
How can anyone be the same after that? Vindicator.
I wonder if the Great Serpent actually looks like that. That would be weird. It would be interesting. It would be novel. Maybe it's some kind of like wild construct. Like a, I don't know, some kind of AI thing that got out of control or achieved sentience or something. Oh, what is this? Alright. Let's just quickly go up into this tower and see what's up. Nothing. Alright. What's that? Let's check out the other side down here. Halls of obedience.
I see how the people act, how they disrespect the Great Serpent at every turn. It is little wonder why the Great Serpent did this to Dazra. It was a mire of sin and filth. We should be thankful that the Great Serpent saw fit to destroy this damned city, so that we may rebuild with restored faith and devotion.
Just stop, will you? I am sick of your delusional ramblings and your holier-than-thou attitude. If anyone deserved to disappear, it was you. This blatant hatred of your neighbors is disturbing. You really think that the people we lost, the very same you broke bread with, deserved to die?
The Great Serpent took their lives for a reason. I am concerned by what you are saying. These words betray a lack of devotion within you. You should tread lightly.
My faithfulness is without question, but I refuse to celebrate the deaths of my friends, even if the Great Serpent set these events in motion. We have already lost our city. It is useless to lose our humanity along with it.
Alright, so it seems like
The Great Serpent will deliver us from this. I know it.
Vindicator.
It seems like a thread of zealotry is like right below the surface here. Because that other guy was teaching those kids when they asked, what's his name right about doing the Serpent's Crusade. He said that he was if the order came from the Great Serpent. And if the Zealots are still on the Serpent's Crusade, that implies that he's kind of indoctrinating the children. Halls of Authority. Wait, where is this? Or do they want me to jump down the hole? Looks like there's a rock slide or something.
Great Serpent. Oh, Great Serpent. Thank you for revealing yourself to me. Thank you for making yourself known. I am ashamed to admit that I questioned your existence. I am sorry for ever having doubted you. I accept your anger and rage. I deserve your wrath. What you have done to Dazra is surely only an inkling of your power, and you have shown us mercy when we do not deserve it. Despite our circumstances, I am so happy, Great Serpent. I am just so happy that you have revealed yourself to me, proved your existence beyond all doubt. I will forever follow you now, as one of your faithful. All must serve. Were our sins really so great that we deserved this? Vindicator.
Alright, so we got to see a little bit of a prayer to the Great Serpent. Okay. Alright, I think we know where we are. So this will take us back up to where we were. Let's just make sure that there's nothing else we're missing. Oh, I haven't been up here, have I? Vacant house. Okay, so this is the house that we might be able to get.
No telling how long it will take to rebuild. Our sins must have been considerable for the Great Serpent to subject us to this.
Alright. Trying to construct a good mental map of this place. Yup. Okay, we're good over here. What is this again? Veda House. Okay. Goods exchange. That goes to the temple. This is where the duel is.
He is the one making the scene.
I am causing this because you tried to sell Mother's Earth. With Mother's
I would do
still in.
anything to sleep in my own bed again.
I was not thinking. It was a
Alright,
mistake.
let's go ahead and do the quest. The main quest here.
The things they expect me to accomplish.
You have a weird face. I don't like the eyes. The eyes with the skin tone looks weird.
Well, look who it is. You have made quite a stir. And given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor, Vindicator?
Somebody asked me to come and talk to you. Questions first, what's going on here?
At the moment, obviously a great deal of nothing. Have the High Council to thank for that. Politics and expedience rarely pair well.
The High Council told me to help you on your project. Where Malibor says work on the morning device must proceed. Which one was Malibor again? I like this one because it's a little bit more specific. So I'm gonna say Malibor says work on the morning device must proceed.
Did he now? How magnanimous. But approval is approval, and I will gladly take it. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the Scaled Citadel. Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through. We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but the project came to a halt. Politics got in the way.
I can imagine that without the speaker to issue clear directions, things have been difficult.
Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and everyone realized they could potentially use it for leverage. What should have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations. And so, construction never began. We have sat here, staring at this disaster as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent help us, it is infuriating.
No use complaining about the past. Time to move forward. Or, I've been here 10 minutes, and the council is already annoying. Or, you should be grateful that I'm here, and that you can continue your work. Or, why do you need the council's approval? Questions first.
The council just so happens to represent the 3 houses under Varun's banner, who are also entrusted with various aspects of running, well, everything. Each of those houses needs to contribute something to the project, so the council is the final stopgap. Were the speaker here, he could bypass all of it with a wave of his hand, but, well, you have already seen the state he's in.
Right, so the speaker is like the king, sort of, if I remember correctly. I don't know if I really have an opinion on the council. I like how conceited this one is. Andrea's probably going to hate this. You should be grateful that I'm here so that you can continue your work. I'm going to say it.
I suppose I should. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process.
I doubt they'll listen to me, or I'll get right on, or I shouldn't have to do that. That's kind of rude. They probably will listen to me. I don't want to say this, though, because that kind of makes it sound like he's my boss, and I don't like that. I'm going to say I shouldn't have to do that.
Lately, we have all needed to be comfortable with doing things outside our usual responsibilities. You are one of us now, and are no different. All must serve, remember? House Fetal owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the Speaker. And for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Fascinating isn't the word that I would use to describe it. Or, if it's not something that will help me get rid of the phantoms, I don't care about it. I don't like that. I am very interested in this. I want to know what the Great Serpent is. So, the phantoms, they're not even all that interesting to me. Yeah, let's do the first one. Fascinating isn't the word that I would use to describe it.
I know. I have lost friends and colleagues myself. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of vortex energy.
That is true.
Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the morning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have more practical applications.
What is he saying? That we can make the shards into, like, grenades? I'll take anything that can give me an edge. Or unproven technology against enemies from outside our universe.
And yet, you say nothing.
Unproven technology against enemies from outside our universe? Sounds like a great plan. Or I'm not interested. I can handle myself just fine. I'm going to go with the second one. Unproven technology.
I do hope you are not questioning the thoroughness of my research. I assure you, they will work. The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And, depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I hope you can use that to your advantage.
You can now craft grenades. Oh. If you've got something that can help me, I'd appreciate it. Or, how have things been affected by the disaster? We'll go with that.
Just look around. I'm sure you have at least some idea of how much we have physically lost. A huge portion of the city is just gone. And those left behind are struggling. Supplies are limited. There is so much work to be done, and we are all just so tired. I hope that eventually we can return things to the way they were, but we must be realistic. That will take time, and I suspect a great deal of it.
Okay, what do you know about the experiment in the Citadel?
Not enough to have prevented it from happening. If I had any idea it was going to turn out like this, it had been Inasco's primary goal for some time. A way to recreate Jinan Varun's encounter with the Great Serpent. Everything we knew about grav drive technology, every scientific advancement we'd made in the last 100 years was poured into it. Towards the end, I was just so exhausted. I asked for a brief time off. Had I not, I would be trapped in there with the rest of the science team.
Thought they were dead, not trapped. You had no way of knowing what was going to happen. Sounds like you got lucky. Or perhaps the Great Serpent has other plans for you. I don't like that. I don't want to play into this weird cult that they have. I'm going to say sounds like you got lucky.
I have never considered luck a real factor in anything. Given the state Dazra is in now, I would hardly call this lucky. But I suppose it is better than the alternative. I left the project weeks before the disaster, and at that point, we were nowhere near ready. Some breakthroughs were made shortly thereafter, and they ran the experiment. And here we are.
All right. If you've got something that can help me, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, depending on how much trouble you're getting into. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Interesting. It's weird that brought me back to this menu. I guess we have to say both?
Well, then you are in luck. We have encountered several interesting phenomena, First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of Vortex
We've heard of this
energy.
before.
Second, we have learned that killing these horrors, we have managed to collect enough, while they have.
Alright, this is weird.
This is hardly the time to be turning down additional options. I am simply providing you with the information. If you choose to ignore it, so be it. The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice. And depending on how you combine said materials, you may find...
Okay, this is just weird in that it's like going back through conversations. I think that's a bug. It's going back through like conversations that had unfilled or unasked options, and then it was just like letting us do those. It's very weird. All right. So there's the guy. Nothing over here. Little lounge area. Little place to do some barbecue. Yeah, so this thing about terrors is interesting. We haven't run into any of them before. At least not that I can remember. I don't know, it almost seems like the warp in 40K. Or like unleashing a demon or something. Alright, I think this is pretty much it for over here. Which means that we will be fully explored of the city.
Perhaps it is not so where you are from, but we demand law and order here. Remember that.
May the Great Serpent guide you. And the rest of us.
Let's check out this weapon that they gave us. Poison Reforged Varun Shimaz. Okay. This might be better. I mean, I don't think it does more damage, but we haven't, like, kitted it out yet. So it is possible. Oh, what's this? Oh, right. Is there some way to get rid of that, Mark? Oh, that's a lot more. All right.
House Kadik seems to have remained largely unscathed. How fortunate for them.
I wonder if that means that they're... Does that make them suspicious in some way? Just gonna want to ram this guy. Oh, look at that. There's like smaller spheres of energy around like the temple. Or whatever that thing is. There's another one over there, another one over here. There's like a bunch of them. Interesting. Don't want to go down there. Get stuck. So what is this place? Locked door. Let's see what's over here. Alright. Stuff is starting to come together. It's starting to circle back on itself. House Kadik. Very Dune sounding names. Alright, I think that's that. So I think we should head back. We should head back to the front. And then use that. How did I get in here? Did I come in from here? Yes. No. Maybe. Not sure. I do know that we've looked in here. And we've looked all through these. No, there was a whole other area, wasn't there? Like a slum. I have no idea where that slum is. Is not in my mental model. How did we get in here? Did we come in from there? Did this just open? No. No, this is not right. I mean, we probably came in from the spaceport.
Greetings.
Not work. Does not seem to work. Okay, so this is where we came from. I wish that this thing would work. Okay.
Do you think we will all be okay?
So this area, I'm pretty sure we've explored.
I saw one of those things. A phantom. Its face was so familiar to me. Could it have been my partner who was lost to the calamity? I do not want to believe it. I would rather my beloved have died swiftly, painlessly. I do not want to believe that they are now a phantom, trapped between worlds.
Do you really think it was them? Surely it is possible you were mistaken. You have been through so much. Your brain is playing tricks on you. The Great Serpent would not torment you in such a way.
No, it was them. I know it. Trying to reach out to me, trying to get me to save them.
You must not torment yourself like this, my friend.
All right.
Will I ever see my family again?
Vindicator.
All right, now that we are serpents or whatever, maybe we should try to talk to people in the security and in the Varun depository. Maybe they'll actually do business with us now. So that might be a good start.
I am sure we can make a deal.
We'll see.
I was hoping you would eventually stumble into my shop. Welcome.
Were you actually hoping to meet me?
Well, yes. I realize others might treat people such as yourself with skepticism and distrust, but my opinions differ. You've clearly been chosen by the Great Serpent, sent here to help us in our time of need. In my mind, to treat you with anything but respect would be ignorant.
Okay. You don't have to pretend to like me just to get me to spend my credits. Or what an unusually friendly greeting. We have not gotten many friendly greetings around here, honestly. Maybe respectful, but not necessarily friendly. She definitely sounds different than the others. They're all like... I forget what my name is. Protector or whatever. They're like, Protector. And she's like, actually seems kind of friendly. So I'm going to say, what an unusually friendly greeting.
Oh, yes. I imagine it's been difficult for you. It's rare that an off-worlder finds their way to Dazra. But not just any off-worlder. One that's able to speak with a Nazca Varun himself, which in the eyes of the citizens of Dazra moves you up from the suspiciously curious category to the dangerously unique one.
Yeah, we're buddies. I don't blame them for being wary of strangers. Or, well, you clearly know who I am, but I don't know who you are. Or, if they want to keep me at arm's length, suits me just fine. I like all of these answers, but I think I'm going to say I don't blame them for being wary of strangers.
Which reminds me, here I am prattling on about you when I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Nalada Brady. Forgive me for not starting our conversation that way. I've been a bit distracted of late. My brother Qasim has been missing for days. I'm beginning to worry that something terrible has happened to him.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Or it's only been a few days. Or I don't need to hear your life story. I'd just like to buy some goods. Or haven't a lot of people gone missing recently? Questions first.
Well, yes, but the incident that claimed most of Dazra was several weeks ago. Qasim and I were fortunate that our shop wasn't destroyed like so many others around us.
I don't like these answers. I think that we're looking to help. This seems dismissive. This one just seems like platitudinous, if that's a word. And then this one just seems rude, so I'm gonna go with very sorry.
Yes, thank you. But my problems need not burden you. If you want to take a look at what my shop has to offer, well, you let me know.
Perhaps I could help locate Qasim.
Really? You'd do that for me? Oh, you truly are a gift from the Great Serpent. I knew he hadn't forsaken us.
All right. Why do you consider me a divine gift when I am simply flesh and blood like everyone else? I'll do anything for anyone if there's payment involved. Or, well, don't get too excited. I can't make any guarantees. Or I will do my best. Nalada, all I need to know is where to start. Let's go with questions first, although this almost seems like an answer. But it's not a bad answer, so we'll go with it.
Isn't it obvious? I believe the Great Serpent has specific designs for all of us. You consider yourself to be nothing more than flesh and blood, but you have a purpose. And purpose is greater than the sum of all our parts.
All right, yeah, he's probably going to be dead, so I'm going to say, well, don't get too excited. I can't make any guarantees.
Of course. But the mere fact that you'd even spend the time is more reassuring than just standing here waiting for his return. The last time I heard from Qasim, he was headed out to the Deep Gorge refinery to assess if it could be reopened. He never came back that evening. I've been worried sick.
Deep Gorge refinery?
Of course. How would you know about that place? It's an old mineral processing facility a good distance to the southeast of Dazra. It closed down years ago due to... You know, I'm not even sure why. It ran out of resources, I think. There was very little talk about it around town.
Perhaps he doesn't want to be found.
Impossible. Despite what's happened in Dazra, Qasim has been in good spirits of late. No, if anything, I'm afraid he's been injured and can't make the journey home. Or worse.
I'll see what I can do, or I promise I'll get you some answers. Well, if you just like fell into a gorge or something like that, we may never get answers. So I'm gonna say I'll see what I can do. I don't know. That seems so middling. Let's promise, even if... I mean, there probably are answers out there. Let's go ahead.
Something within tells me you speak the truth. I feel blessed that the Great Serpent delivered you to my door. Just please be careful. That old refinery has been abandoned for years, and there's no telling what might be choosing to call the facility its home. Now, is there anything you might need for your journey?
Nice. Okay. What can you tell me about Deep Gorge Refinery?
Not much more, other than what I've already told you. The only silver lining from the refinery shutdown was that all of the workers were placed into other positions throughout the city, so no one went hungry.
Do you mind telling me more about Qasim? It's interesting that this is down here.
Is this how you usually have a conversation? You know, where you're from?
What's wrong with it? Anyway, they usually place the questions at the bottom. And it's interesting that this one is down here below these other questions. It almost seems like it's going to be handled the same way. Why did Qasim head out to the refinery in the first place?
The cataclysm that claimed most of Dazra has severely impaired our ability to survive on Varun Kai. Qasim is simply trying to use his engineering background to help everywhere that he can. In this case, he's trying to assess if the refinery can be reopened. He strongly believes that the loss of the city's infrastructure means we need to rely on everything we can in order to get back on our feet.
Gotcha. All right, let's, do you mind telling me more about Qasim?
Do you mean to ask if it's a sore subject to bring up since he's missing? Not at all. Qasim and I have been close ever since we were young. Our father and mother taught us everything we needed to know about running this shop so that one day we could take over. When they passed, Qasim and I ran the business for a few years together, but I could see his heart was elsewhere. I gave him my blessing, and he attended an engineering academy. In a few more years, he graduated and made quite a name for himself. When the government reached out to everyone for help after the incident, I wasn't the least bit surprised he was the first to volunteer. I can only pray that his eagerness hasn't gotten him into deep trouble.
All right, I'm going to ask this one because I think it's going to be handled like questions, but let's go ahead. It must be tough to run a business in the midst of all this chaos.
My mother taught me to try and provide a smiling, friendly face for my customers, but it's been incredibly difficult. I managed to muddle through when the incident struck the city, but this situation with Qasim has made things difficult.
Hitting a little closer to home, huh? All right, I'd like to see the wares.
I'm sure we can strike a bargain.
Let's see what she's got. There's not a lot here. Adhesive. Apparel. Okay, so Dulcaf has this like red, it looks like, and sort of wavy symbol. All right. Faroon. All right. Resources. We don't need any of that stuff probably. Digipex. Goat milk, goat meat. Ugh. Okay. So they seem very Middle East inspired. Very Arabian. We could sell some stuff, actually.
Come in. I hope you find something you like.
I think that's why I get such Dune vibes from this. All right. She's got a bit of cash. Oh, we have to get rid of some mass here. So let's get rid of that. We have plenty of these shards. Okay, we're going to keep all that. Actually, let me just look at that. Do these weigh anything? Oh, they do. That may not be a good thing. Okay. Right. So resources. Yeah, we'll keep that. Notes. Aid. Alien genetic material is a little bit heavy. We should probably get rid of it. Yeah, we could get rid of the Vithol lab coat. I'm not going to use it. That's not bad looking. Look at that. The scarf does a lot to make it a little bit more appealing looking. But for the most part, I think that we're just going to be using our operator suit because of the stealth. We might hang on to that just because it looks nice. And then this one is iconic, so we'll hang on to that too. All right. Should probably just shove it in the storage of the ship. Helmets, packs, spacesuits. Looks like we're traveling pretty lean on that stuff, which is good. So weapons is what's taking up all of our space. We don't really use big bangs. That's a lot of damage, though. Okay. Nowhere near this, though. I think that we can definitely get rid of this. Does not serve a role in our inventory. And then... yeah, that doesn't serve a role. Okay, well, we're out of stuff to sell. That really didn't shave off too much of our mass either. Let's get rid of the genetic material. Oh. Okay. I didn't know that that stuff was worth so much. We could get rid of that. Let's see if there's anything closer to 71. 66. Oh, that's pretty nice. Synapse Alpha, I don't think we use all that much because there's a better one, Neurajack. So we could get rid of one of those. Alright, cool. Well, I think that we should probably wrap up the episode here. Kind of just a conversation episode, a little bit of exploring, a little bit of meeting people, gathering some quests. So, just getting a lay of the land. I mean, it is a pretty cool city. It has a very interesting look. So good kudos on that for making a location that doesn't just look like every other location in every other science fiction video game, but well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, thank you very much for watching.
I have not seen my sister in days. Great Serpent, I pray nothing has happened to her. Vindicator?
Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe share, maybe subscribe. New episodes every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, US and Canada. I'm Cobalt Thorium, and I hope to catch you in the next one, where we will continue to explore the city, more of the building interiors, meet some people, gather some quests, and then hopefully we'll start getting on to actually doing some of the quests here pretty soon. But yeah, until then, take care. Bye-bye.